Hi guys, just gone midday, Friday 21st Feb, so I thought I'd have a quick look over the markets. Gold on course for its best week in more than 6 months. So let's have a look here. Gold, you can see on the futures anyway, trading up at its highs of the day so far, just under 1640. Just as a guide, I think we can continue to push on as long as maybe this trend holds here. And you can see really from the last hour or so, it's been pretty sideways, perhaps waiting for the US to come in and digest the overnight news. And are we going to get a continuation, or is it going to be a bit of a pullback into the end of the week? Time will prove that. Also, just looking at the S&P, quite a key level just been tested 1, 2, 3 times, and at the moment it's still holding. Again, in what has been a relatively quiet European session, 33.60 is an area I want to keep an eye on. If we were to get through here, I also like the look of 33.65 and 33.75 as areas of resistance and places where I'd be at the moment looking for price just to hold up a bit. When would I get excited, or when do I think traders would get excited to the downside? Well, you can see we're getting squeezed from both directions, so potentially on a break of this trend you'd be looking at price drifting down towards those lows. But for now, we've had a decent recovery from that low, and elsewhere in European markets you can see the low that we had of the day in the DAX was also that of the 13th. So market's still responding quite well from a technical point of view, and a similar level to the S&P, but this time in European equities. Low of the morning, you can see we've been tested 1, 2, 3, 4 times, getting squeezed from both directions. Whether there's going to be a big move or not into the end of the week, we'll have to wait and see. But if you're not in a trade, I guess the way to look at, say, the DAX and US equities is, above here you'd be bullish, below here you'd be bearish, and the market tell you what's going on. Because of course yesterday you saw a big move lower, or if we just bring in, say, the Dow, which you can see is also near that similar level, just after the cash open, after actually pushing on, we came down from a high up at 29,347 to 400 points below that at 28,930. So will people want to hold risk over the weekend? Still, depending who you speak to, there's perhaps no real reason for that move lower, maybe just spooking markets a touch, but there is big support that has held price up yesterday. You can see that low is of course the low there of the 10th for the Dow. Oil yesterday came down as well after hitting a longer term target that people and traders would be looking at around 54.40. We've just come into an area now of support, which was really good resistance for the most part of February before breaking through in early trade this week. So 52.66, an area where you can already see a decent enough bounce has come from there as well. Calendar wise, let's just have a quick switch over to that. We've had some positive European and UK numbers out, and both those markets are up for the day at the moment. As we go into the afternoon, you've got some US numbers coming out in the form of market composite flash manufacturing services PMI, and then 15 minutes after that existing home sales. For me, it will just be interesting to see how equities react. Do they want to, do people want to hold risk into this weekend or not? Stories about the coronavirus just picking up again here. Are the markets going to be spooked? I'll be waiting for the US cash open to really get a feel for that.